Hi there, my name is Mackenzie Ferguson and I am the Education and Outreach Specialist here at LES. I help with all of our community events and also getting LES involved with Lincoln Public Schools. Every day, LES is involved in different construction projects. City, state, and even federal road projects often involve LES. LES plays a role with new neighborhoods being built. LES also has their own construction projects to ensure the electrical infrastructure of the city meets its growing needs. Today we're going to explore the planning process and careers that go into creating a new substation.
I'm Jake Behrens. I'm the supervisor of our substation construction and maintenance group. So substation is kind of a hub where power is either increased or decreased. So it comes out of a power plant, may it be a natural gas plant, a coal plant, nuclear, it could be a solar farm. That energy that's generated needs to get from that site to your house some way. So you have transformers that are in subs that step up that power, take it down lines, the transmission lines that you can see on the side of roads, to another substation where it steps it down to a voltage that can be used at your house. The substation is kind of like the intersection or roundabout. You have all this power coming in. It can flow through to another line and keep going, or it can make an exit, go through a transformer where the power is decreased to voltage that is used on our distribution lines, or what feeds your house, your school, your neighborhood.
My name is Eric Reiner. I am a senior engineer in the Transmission and Civil Design Department. An engineer designs infrastructure. The buildings you're in right now, an engineer designed those. The lights are on because an electrical engineer designed power systems to get that power to your building or your house. The streets you drive on every day, engineers designed those. So growing up, I've always been interested in how things work, how things are made, how things are put together. So that I've always enjoyed math and science as well. So that kind of led me to civil engineering.
My name is Nathan Farringer. My official title would be GIS CAD 3D Core Lead. What we do is we basically take a 2D drawing and create a very complex 3D model, and then we take that 3D model and then make two-dimensional drawings out of it. So I'm a very detail-oriented person, and that kind of started, I would say, in middle school, and that's actually kind of where my love for CAD modeling and 3D modeling kind of came about. Was CO2 cars. We got to design our own CO2 car. It was the most exciting thing I've ever done up to that point, and from then on, drafting was my road. That's what I wanted to do, and here I am, 15, 20 years later, still doing the same thing. So we do a lot with emerging technologies. Anytime a new technology comes out that we find interesting and potentially beneficial to LES, we'll kind of sit down, have a discussion over it, like the LiDAR scanning, augmented reality, the virtual reality. We're also exploring building of digital twins of our facilities, our substations, so we can actively monitor systems in real time and have a real-life 3D model of that substation to actually walk through and click on and verify that everything is running properly. It is really cool that we're able to explore these technologies. It kind of relates to video games that I played as a kid. You can walk through these substations. It's almost like you're creating essentially like a video game. It is a lot of fun.
I'm the supervisor of our substation construction and maintenance group. So that entails the groups that build the substations from the ground up, anything below and above ground, all the control wiring, like what an electrician does, and then maintenance of that equipment after the fact. So I grew up on a farm, a lot of time with a backhoe, skid loader, digging holes, water lines, a lot of excavating, running tractors. I enjoyed that part. I like big things like moving dirt around, so that's what kind of led me towards civil engineering. For construction and maintenance, job for us begins once we receive the construction plans, the documents. So that includes the work order, the drawings, any other specific requirements for us to complete the job. The drawings that we receive from engineering are kind of our guidelines on what needs to be built. There's safety requirements, there's clearances, there's things for the electricity to flow properly that need to be done correctly. Those plans help spell it out so we don't miss something. We don't install something incorrectly where there's an issue down the road.
Jared Wood. I am the heavy construction crew leader, so I'm the field supervisor. Everyday task is looking up material, ordering material, making sure we have all the materials on the job site so we can do our day-to-day work. I started out after high school, I went to the Marine Corps, and then I went to Southeast Community College for 2 years, got my electromechanical degree, and I started here at LES in the maintenance department and the substation department. And then in 7 years after that, I started as the crew leader of the heavy construction side where we build the substations.
Ted DeYoung, substation heavy construction. I grew up on a farm and went to welding school at Southeast Community College in Milford. That has helped immensely in this job. It has paved the way for many different opportunities here at LES. We do a lot of various activities here at LES, especially in our crew. Anywhere from building to maintaining substations, from the ground all the way to the air, all the bus welding and dirt work and underground work, so there's a lot of variety in our job.
The favorite part of my job, obviously, is running heavy equipment and the crane. It's a hands-on type job, just fixing things. Is where it led me here. I like to take things apart and put them back together. So,
the part that I like the most is if something doesn't work quite right, being able to make it work. We have the ability with the equipment that we have at LES to be able to do a lot of the work ourselves, and that's enjoyable, making stuff work that on paper it's supposed to work, but it doesn't. The skill set we have on our crew, there's a lot of resources here. It helps, having all them other people to talk to, and you can figure out a lot of things that way. But that's going from the ground to the air. It's really neat when you're all done and they flip the switch and you're making power for people.
Teamwork's very important. All these projects have so many different people involved. Everybody's got to work together in order to get projects completed on time and on budget. So teamwork's very important, probably the most important thing on these jobs.
Teamwork is essential for what we do. It's having another one's back when we're doing something safety-wise. It's oversight, another set of eyes when we're making measurements to make sure we don't overlook something.
Teamwork is everything. It's the most important thing in pretty much everything you do in any career that you decide to take. The ability to work with others and to effectively communicate portions or aspects of a project to let everybody basically know where we are, that's the key to a successful project, and that's the key to a job well done, basically. So.
When all these careers come together, projects big and small are able to be built. Now let's take these same principles and put them to work on your solar car. Remember to plan, test, and work as a team to build your car. Pay attention to the parts of the project that you enjoy the most. Perhaps a career in one of those areas is in your future.